Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I just wanted to do something very simple. So I thought of doing a small sketch of this bee. As you can see here, I'm doing a simple pencil sketch. You wouldn't believe how much time I spent selecting a picture, a reference photo for this drawing on Pinterest. Well, I'm not a professional artist. I do this as a hobby, so I have a full time job, a day job. So once I finish my work, I just want to unwind, take a moment to breathe. So I just want to draw something, sketch something, do a little doodle. But the amount of time I spend on Pinterest, scouting for the reference photos, it's too much. So these days I've started building my collection on Pinterest so that every time I have an urge to create, I don't have to, waste time surfing for pictures. There have been days where I really wanted to paint something and I go to Pinterest and I start searching for pictures. I scroll through hundreds of pictures and nothing comes close to what I want to paint. Nothing really clicks. And by the time I would have, lost the interest in creating anything for that day, and I just go to bed frustrated and hope next day it turns out to be good. But yeah, a small piece of advice: if you're looking to create every day, then whatever spare time you have, try to create some collection on Pinterest. I use Pinterest, you may be using something else, but have some collections handy. And not just just one type of collection. Sometimes you may want to paint something very small, simple, so I have a collection for that. Sometimes you may want to draw something really, that takes a lot of time and effort, so I have a collection for that. So that really helps. As you can see, I'm a beginner in watercolor painting. I'm not a professional artist. I'm just doing it as a hobby. So if you've come here for a tutorial or to learn how to paint using watercolor, you've come to the wrong place. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I'm a beginner watercolor and I find this medium really fascinating. And it's really, really difficult to control. You know how many papers I wasted just trying to paint something very simple. The colors run off, you get hard edges, you have to be really quick with the color mixing, and before the paper gets dry you have to apply the color. It's really difficult and really challenging. So that's why it's so fascinating to me. You may be an artist that does art as a hobby, or you may be a professional artist. I really doubt you're watching my channel if you're a professional artist. But I just want to have a casual conversation with you all, like share what I feel, experiences I have when I do my art. Like there are days when I really have a strong urge to create something, and if I don't, or if I couldn't, then I really feel unfulfilled. I go to bed frustrated. I really don't like that feeling. I really want to create something so that my day feels complete. And when I said I'm a beginner in watercolor, I wasn't kidding. Like, I had no idea how to do painting with watercolor. But I saw a couple of videos of some other artists. I just got inspired, and the next day I bought some watercolor. And when I opened the box, I was so excited. When I opened the box, I found that there was no white. There was no tube with white pigment. And I was wondering, how does a watercolor box have no white? It has black, it has all the other colors, but no white. And that's when I had to Google and find out that as a watercolor artist, you don't really need white. You use the white which is on the paper. So, yeah, that's how it started. And I'm still at the very beginner stage of watercolor, and I still haven't mastered the medium, and I still haven't figured out a way how to use the white or the paper for highlights. There's this beautiful paintings of other artists, landscape paintings where they show the light and shadows, and like most artists, experienced artists, use the white of the paper to show highlights, and that's really incredible. And I think as a beginner, I think you can get that skill only with a lot of practice. So here I couldn't get that, so I had to use white acrylic for the highlights. So that's it for today. I don't know if you sat through this entire video, but thank you so much for watching, and consider subscribing. See you next time. So until then, take care.